Please do subscribe to my channel by clicking on that subscribe button, and please also don't forget to hit that notification bell icon to be the first one to receive the updates on this channel. What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today I'm bringing this video to you guys on the guide on Badguy. He is really an awesome unit, guys, and he was actually provided recently as a free-to-play playing unit in this side story or in the event section as well. So he's really awesome, guys. I really love him because he's one of my favorite character from the Guilty Gear X as well, and then he has just made my game much easier in this game. So I'm just gonna talk about his skills and his equipment guide. All right, so let's start with the preview skills. So in the preview skills, the first thing is that his first skill, what it does, that it's known as the gun flame. Okay, so it is really easy to see what sort of damage you can do with it, and then attacks an enemy with the pillars of fire. So that's the description of this skill. Damage dealt increases if the enemy isn't buffed. Yes, if the enemies are not buffed, then the damage is gonna skyrocket. All right, but still, if they are under the death break stat, then that would actually be more damage output. All right, gains fighting spirit when a critical hit is made. All right, so you would really want to build him around the critical hit and critical damage build, because more critical hit he has, the more fighting spirit is gonna gain. And with more fighting spirit, there is a very new mechanic with this unit which is gonna actually show you that how good he is. All right, so skill enhancing will actually allow him to deal more damage with his gun flame. All right, and his second skill, or known as the passive skill or whatever it is known as the volcanic viper. So it allows him to counterattack and silence the enemy for 2 turns when the enemy uses a non-attack skill or when the caster is attacked by an elite or boss monster. So that is just too cool, guys. That is really cool. It has really helped me a lot during so many parts and so many phases of the game. It actually packs a lot of punch, and actually even in the PvP battles, it can actually knock the hell out of the enemies. Okay, so another thing is that it damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's max health. So more the health they have, the more damage you are actually gonna see popping out. All right, can only activate once every 2 turns. So that is the backside, but still it's a very great skill indeed. And now there's another thing is also attached with this, the passive skill known as the Roman cancel. All right, so what happens is that if fighting spirit is 100 at the end of the ally's turn, the caster consumes all fighting spirit before extending the duration of a buff. Oh my god, so he's gonna actually extend the buff. That's gonna be really great, guys, because there are so many good buffs that is gonna really good with him. Let's say the Guardian Blessing, first thing. The another one is attack boost. These are the thing that is really gonna make him so freakingly powerful, guys. And being granted an extra turn. Now that extra turn has really helped me out in so many battles, especially in hunt stages. All right, the golem hunt stages. That extra turn has really helped prove out to be like a lifesaver. All right, or let's say it ends up the battle really fast. It wraps up the battle really fast, guys, and it is always in your favor. Skill enhance. All right, 5% damage dealt. Okay, so whatever it is, it says there will be a damage dealt increase whenever you skill enhance it. And what do you mean by silence? All right, the target cannot use skills that require cooldowns. Yes, meaning if you really put a enemy unit on silence, they really cannot actually use their main skills. All right, so that can actually hurt them, and it can actually give you a huge boost of advantage. All right, next thing is extra turn. Target will be granted an extra turn. Yes, that's what it is. And now finally, this third skill known as the Tyrant Rave version beta. Wow, that's a lot of name right over there. It acquires 60 fighting spirit. Wow, that's a lot of fighting spirit right over there. So in most of the cases, what happens is that if you still have some of the fighting spirit left from the other attacks, and then you use this skill, most probably right away you will be granted another extra turn, which really happens to me most of the time. So this is just too insane, guys. I really love this skill. This has really made me love this character even more. It has really cool animation, and you would love to see it. Yes, you would love to see it. Just look at it. Damn, isn't that good? Isn't that awesome? That's a lot of firepower right over there. All right, so what it says that it acquires 3 soul. That is pretty good, and it has a 5 turns of skill cooldown. Attacks with a strong punch dispelling all buffs. Wow, that is always awesome, guys. Dispelling all buff can be really good because like like certain sort of buffs that is really present on your enemy unit can actually be very fatal to you. Okay, and in this case of scenario, this can actually make a lot of difference before making them unable to be buffed for 2 turns. Now unable to be buffed for 2 turns, that can actually make a lot of difference, especially in the dragon hunt or something like that. I forget the name of that dragon hunt, but anyways, in that case of scenario, he won't be able to use the second skill if he is not if he's under the debuff of unable to be buffed. So in certain case of scenario, this is actually absolutely essential, guys, or else you won't be able to outlast the battle. All right, this can actually make a lot of difference. Damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's max health, and that can actually deal a lot of damage. And finally, there is a soul burn effect on his final skill, consumes 10 soul, and with that soul burn effect, there is an ignore effect resistance, which I think is a little bit sad right over here. I would really love to see like increased attack damage or something like that. That would have been really so good with this character, because he is really focusing on dealing a lot of damage, and ignoring effect resistance is sort of like it's not really adding up to the firepower. That's what I believe, but if you guys have different opinions, please let me know in the comment section below. All right, so skill enhance, I would really go with that +3 ASAP, -1 turn cooldown. That will actually make a lot of difference, because it can actually give you a lot of firepower for a very short period of cooldown. All right, and then this cannot buff is that makes the target unable to be buffed. All right, so that is really really awesome, guys. I mean, like, you would really it would really prove to be handy in most of the case of scenario, especially in the golem hunts where, or any other hunts where they are being revitalized, or let's say they are being healed by the trend. All right, that can actually prove to be very 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 problematic. And another thing is with the crystal thing right over there, that keeps on providing a lot of buffs to the golem, right? In that case of scenario, the golem won't be receiving any sort of buffs, like let's say defense up, attack boost, or whatever sort of that thing like that. So that can actually make a lot of difference in your battle output. All right, so all in all, this character is really really awesome, guys. Looking into his skills and everything right over there, he is great in everything, guys. Especially for the golem hunt, he is a monster. Oh my god, he can actually make a lot of difference, and he can put a big smile on your face when you can actually do that. Anyways, I have already made a video on how to beat the golem stage 11 with Soul Badguy, and it is really really easy with him, guys. I'm like, if you really build him up really nicely, even though there are very poor class supporters with him, you can actually solo golem hunt really really nicely, guys. I mean, like, even the stage 11, all right, that ZEROM, the Colossus, he can actually beat him really really nicely. So when we are talking about the equipment, what sort of equipment can we actually give to him? The sort of equipment that we would really love to give to him is obviously the first one is the attack set and the critical set, that what I am actually giving to him right now. All right, this can actually make a lot of difference. You can actually give him a lot of firepower. Right over there you can see that his attack is 3711, because all thanks to my attack sets, right? And then his speed is 128. Most of the people say that like his speed really doesn't matter that much, and because like he is really a damage specialist. Once he actually comes into the point of like dealing the damage, he can actually crave a lot. I mean, like, he can actually deal an insane amount of damage, and especially with his that fighting spirit and the Roman cancel. Oh my god, he can actually deal extra amount of damage with the extra turn. That can actually deal a massive sort of damage. So you can really focus on his attack, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage before the speed. All right, and yes, as you have already like heard from me before, with his first skill, if he actually deals a critical hit or like critical hit damage with his first skill, he will actually gain the fighting spirit. All right, so that's actually really really great, guys. So that's what you really need. All right, so that's how you have to really build him around with. And the next set that you can actually go with him is obviously the destruction set. All right, that's what we say, right? Yes, destruction set or critical damage set. All right, With this one, he can actually excel in a lot of damage because his damage really revolves around the critical rate and the critical damage thing. And with more critical damage when going on around, he can actually deal insane amount of damage. All right, no questions asked. All right, it's really good. So destruction set can actually go very handy with the critical set. All right, so it's gonna be really great, guys. And please, as for the artifact, please go with the tonfa. All right, right over here, if you are actually putting up with the attack set, all right, go with the tonfa. But if you are actually going up with the critical set, then please go with the daydream joker. All right, this one right over here, because like daydream joker will actually give you an insane amount of damage output if you are actually dealing your damage based on the critical hit rate and critical damage. All right, but if you are actually going after your attack stats, then this tonfa can actually give you a sort of like huge damage boost output as well. And as a 5-star artifact guide, obviously he will have much better time with the Uberry's tooth. All right, where's that Uberry's tooth? Come on, it should be right over here. Sorry about that. Uberry's tooth, come on. Okay, it was, oh my god, this is really bad. Yes, right over here. Okay, right over there. I was actually looking forward for Luna, but it actually has an icon of the spear. All right, so Uberry's tooth can actually give him extra like damage output. It just says 100% chance to inflict the additional damage if a critical hit is made upon the single attack. Wow, that is just too insane. With Uberry's tooth around, he will actually deal insane amount of damage, not only with his first skill but even with his the final skill. He is actually gonna deal, damn, that kind of damage is gonna just blow your minds out. It's just too good. All right, additional damage is proportional to the caster stack. So obviously if you are using the Uber's tooth, then there is no choice but actually to go with the attack set. All right, the attack set and the critical set, that would be the one that you are actually gonna go with, just right over here. So I am actually looking out for the Uber's tooth even in the shop as well as the event. Okay, if there is an event coming, I mean like the summoning event that is coming out which has Luna and the Uber's tooth in it, I would go nuts with it, guys. I just want it right away, because that would just allow me to deal massive sort of damage right away. Oh my god, I just want it. All right, so what thing is that, like in substat priority, obviously. So let's try to see like what sort of main stats and substats that I have, just to give you a sort of like a glimpse about it. Okay, so this is how I have actually built the gear. And you can see that the CP, the combat power of my soul bad guy, is 69,491, and which I believe will actually exceed 70,000 if I just max out my necklace, which I am very near to. And I've really focused on the critical hit rate chance and critical hit damage plus the attack. All right, and this has actually given me a huge attack damage boost, guys. And thing is that, like in substat priority, yes, first thing is that you really need to go with the attack percentage boost. The next one is the critical rate boost, then finally critical damage boost, and then after that speed boost. And if you have some time or some space to actually fit in like other substats, then go with the effectiveness as well. So because he will require some of the effectiveness, because he has a really good debuff on his like final skill that can actually allow you to do sort of things. And especially with that junkyard dog, right, that artifact, if you are actually gonna put on him, right, which was the event artifact as well, it can actually allow you to place that burn effect really nicely. All right, which can actually deal a lot of damage throughout the time. So that is really insane, guys. And awaken him right away, guys. I have really invested a lot of money. I mean, like, not money, I mean like materials. Well, I'm a free-to-play player, but hey, I'll just use them to actually gain a lot of advantage, especially his third awakening, where he is actually gotta improve his final skill, and that will add a debuff skill right on his thing. Okay, so that is gonna actually change his thing right away. And the other awakening phases is gonna just increase his attack percentage boost, critical hit rate chance boost, and speed boost. That is just too good. Well, Soul Badguy is one of the character that has really awesome like base speed boost. All right, so even without like proper like speed stats, he's actually very speedy character. All right, so you really don't need to worry about that one. He is really awesome, guys. Really awesome. And yes, if you are actually gonna how do you say this, uh like devotion skill him up, meaning like feed his own copy to him, then he will have increase in defense. He will provide a defense boost of like up to 12.9% for the whole team. That is really good, guys. I was all I was not able to get the last two characters because I was not able to beat the tournament. All right, in the hard mode, it was really hard for me. And then before I could really build up my team really good, the tournament really passed by, and that was really sad, guys. But now I'm gonna show you the damage, his damage output in the ZEROM mode, or let's say the Golem Hunt 11 stage. Right. So hold on your braces, guys. Hold on your braces. So I'm gonna show you the damage of Soul Badguy in the Golem Hunt stage 11 or the ZEROM Colossus. Alright, so just witness the damage. You can actually pause the video to actually see the damage in detail, or you may not believe me. Alright, just look at that damage. About 67,000 damage, guys. 67,000 damage, and with the Roman cancel I got another extra turn right away whenever I used my final skill, because it provided me 60 fighting spirit right away. All right, so that is like a very good chance that I will be receiving another attack chances right away. So this is right over here, and then boom, the ZEROM Colossus is right out of the map right away. So just two shots that really allowed me to actually beat out ZEROM Colossus in a very Colossus manner. All right, so there you go, and this is like a very good equipment indeed. I really love to put it around, guys. So this is really awesome, guys. This is why I really love Soul Badguy. He is really awesome unit, guys. And if you have this unit around laying around like a lazy ass, please do build him up, because like he is not gonna really let you down, and especially in the Golem Hunt stages, he's actually gonna shine out really nicely, guys. So I think this is it for today, guys. I hope I have really like covered up all the uh like phases or let's say the part of this game about this unit. So see you guys in the next video, guys.